Meantime, shift focus, chat with the management then, and Arvind is now looking to foray into new commerce. So let's chat about this new venture with Tejinder Singh, CEO at Arvind Internet. Tejinder, hi, morning, or rather afternoon I should say. You've launched an interesting concept of customized clothing which will be available to customers via the platforms like, digitized stores, internet, or even home visits. Elaborate a little bit more as to how this platform is really going to function.
So before talking about the platform, I wanted to talk about Arvind. So Arvind as a group sort of owns the concept from fiber to fashion. It has always shaped the market when it comes to textiles or fashion. So since 1991, we now own about 30 odd brands, and e-commerce is seen as a big business opportunity, not as a channel. And so we've set up a new entity. It's called Arvind Internet Ltd, which will house a lot of our brands and a lot of new businesses. The first of this business is Creyate. Now Creyate sort of taps into all group leverages and strengths that we have, which is creating supply chain, textile supply chains, fabrics and manufacturing, and building brands for Indian consumer which are contextualized to our tastes. Taking all that into together, and on manufacturing prowess, we bring together for Indian consumer a revolutionary concept which is called Creyate, which has a 3D visualization engine. You can go online and create your garment, pick fabrics, pick components, pick styles, use contrast fabrics for shirts, denims, chinos and suits for men and women. Never before across the world has this sort of brand or a concept been launched, and we are quite proud to do that, and this would be a global brand. This is about seamless retail as well, because this is not only an online brand. The customization journey happens and we use technology as a tool there, but you can experience Creyate in our digitized retail stores. We have these stores right now in Bangalore and Ahmedabad. They are coming up in Delhi, Chennai and Hyderabad as we speak, and we intend to, since it's such a revolutionary concept, we intend to take it global. You can look forward to see us doing a launch first in US market, because it's already a good big concept there, within this year, within next year.
But don't you think by launching this e-platform, you could also cannibalize sales of your existing brands, because Arvind has a very strong presence in the apparel business?
Correct. So Arvind has a very strong presence in apparel business, but all our businesses, we have only one mantra, which is execute independently but compete collectively. So Arvind has a portfolio of brand, and when you look at any mall, all these brands, from a share of consumer share of wallet aphorism, they are competing with each other. And since it's a custom clothing thing and this is branded apparel, it would be competing with custom clothing in the custom clothing industry and in branded. But Arvind has never shied away from creating new brands thinking that it will cannibalize, because fashion can be sold in many different ways.
So this Creyate platform then would be totally an Arvind brand and not cater to any of your existing brands?
Yes, Creyate is an Arvind brand. It doesn't cater to. So the only part that it could have catered to is it's a consumer brand, right? It's not an OEM. So the only part which it could have catered to is that if we could have done custom clothing for some of our existing brands, that we are not doing as we speak. We are housing all of that in Creyate. It would really marginalize the concept if we were to do it in an existing sort of setup.
Tejinder, every brand has got an appeal. It really attracts a different kind of a consumer. What about the brand appeal? Do you think the brand appeal for Creyate may not be there? Because if I walk into a store, I am enamored by the brands like Ralph Lauren, Louis Vuitton, because they offer me a story, they offer me a history. What about the history of this brand?
No, if we talk about history, no new brand would have been ever born. But Creyate speaks to two different sort of audiences. There is one audience which is 30 plus male, who sort of sorted out his life and he's looking at control. There are people who do not like pockets on the shirt, but when you go into a mall and how do you shop for your clothes? You go into and you solve for a hue of colors. So I would want a pink shirt. I'll go out across the mall and see a pink shirt and I like it, but hey, it has stripes, or hey, it has a button down. Now I hate button down as a consumer. What should I do? I end up doing compromise. When you have achieved a certain status in life, you should not have to compromise. That's what Creyate talks to. You want a half sleeve shirt? Yes, we'll give you a half sleeve shirt. You take a fabric, and it is not only tailoring that, and it's got very cool moment of truth and the way we dish out the final product. So you don't have to compromise. That's for the control seeking guy. There's another guy who is a very enthu cutlet, and he wants co-creation. For him, he can just go to our 3D visualization engine or a garment generation engine and create something unique which is to his own taste. So you can actually create some garments, or you can do a build on existing style design which have been done by our in-house style team. We are, to give you this thing, we are sort of trying to solve for a Goldilocks problem as well, which is not only design, which is about fit. A lot of time people say that 42 is too tight for me and 44 is too loose. We are trying to put everything according to your measurement and your body shape. So it talks to a lot of people.
Tejinder, you launch soon. Okay, let's quickly talk about the monies. How much investment are you putting in, and what's the kind of revenue do you foresee over the, say, next 2 to 3 years?
So to bring about this sort of a concept, it takes patience, it takes capital. We have been at it for about 1.5 years now in terms of doing the back end. The website build took about 6 odd months. In terms of capital outlay, the first year expenditure could be about 20 odd crores. We are looking at to be a 100 crore plus brand within a year.
Launched the website, have you?
Sorry?
Have you already launched the website?
We've launched the website, yes.
What's it called, Tejinder? I'm just going to check it right now and start designing the clothes.
Sure, look forward to it. It's Creyate.com. www.creyate.com. You spell Creyate with C-R-E-Y-A-T-E.
Okay, Tejinder, we're going to let you go. Good chatting with you and look forward to more such products from you. That's Arvind, which is in focus right now. Let's also...
You've got a first customer already. That's you, right?
Well, if it's already launched, I'm sure they already have a customer base. But yeah, it looks like an interesting product for sure. Let's take a quick break. Then on that note, when we come back,